Okay, so we're back again with another directions video. So if you're coming out of the Innisfail Food Emporium, where Woolworths and Reject Shop and all that is, if you're coming out the Edith Street end, where the undercover walkway is, come up, turn right. If you're facing the street, turn right and come up to where I am, the old ANZ bank corner across from the courthouse. So you can see where I am now, the area, or here. So you come up to here, and if you're facing the courthouse, turn left onto the crossing. So we're going up to the Innisfail Hospital. So this is directions from basically the old ANZ to the Innisfail Hospital. So if you need to be able to get there, this is one of the fastest ways walking to get there. They just go up Rankin Street. This is what we call Rankin Street, where Max Parker Realty is at the moment, the National Bank. This is where Nito used to be, and this was the National Bank at one stage as well. So I'll have a look, just a quick one inside the old Nito, see if we can see it, just for future generations to see. That was once Nito. Across the way to my right, you've got the Innisfail Post Office and the old Telecom Exchange, Telstra. Then you just keep heading up here, your Innisfail Youth and Community Care. You just keep walking up past here. Walking a little slower than my normal walk because of the mid stabilisation is better on the camera the slower I walk. So I just keep coming up here. You've got the chiropractor has moved, that's in the arcade. It's in the Innisfail Food Emporium, the old Central Arcade. You've got Cornerstone Christian Books and Gift Shop, that's down the end there, where Bojangles used to be, if you know the area. You've got Perry's Cakes across to my right. Tropical Island Treasures and Sports Look and a hairdresser. You've also got an NDIS hub there, Worklink and Dancing Divas. On the side you've got the Creative Events, which is basically a party shop. Got a few decorations in there, Easter. You got Elders Insurance. You got Health Food, Cafe and Gift Shop. It used to be Jack Jacobos's chemist back in the day. We'll keep going up here. You got Pappy's Gym. You got Sapore, Taste of Italy. Here. And yeah, Pappy's Gym, which I think is closed. A lot of these places are closed down. A community reforestation, rainforest reforestation program closed down in the 90s. I used to work for them. Licensed news agency, gift shop. They got a lot of gift stuff, a lot of news agency type stuff. Yeah, it's actually not a bad shop to have a look at for your gift stuff. You got a seating area which has been built in place, named after the people who built the Shire Hall and that. So we got the Shire Hall here, and a bit of signage if you want to look at the bit of the history. You got the Van Leeuwen stuff. This here used to be Rankin Terraces before and prior to that, and they changed it. You got the library to my right, the town library, that yellow building. Used to be Alan Maroof House. You got the Johnson Shire, all the details about the Shire Hall and that there. It was built in 1935 originally. They started building it, finished in 1938. Back towards where we just come from, down Rankin Street. So we're on Rankin Street here. You got an optometrist across there and a dentist, a medical centre here. Then we got the Queen's Hotel coming up just after I show the sign. So this is your Queen's Hotel. Looks very busy. It's very popular. Then you've got the old Cane Growers building, fine decks. Which has got Rivers Insurance. What is it? What else have we got here? Queensland Country Bank and Health Fund. And your fine decks. Around the corner, I think there's a chiropractor. If I remember rightly. If you look to your right, you'll see the Johnston River and the ambulance. That Art Deco building with the blue on it is the ambulance. So at the corner of Grace and Rankin Street, see the sign there. And across, yeah, it is a chiropractor. Back in Motion Chiropractic up here. I'll just have a quick look because it might change over the years. One stage there was a job agency here, or job network, if you want to call it. A lot of nice plants along here. Have a quick look. Back in Motion. There used to be some nice flowers along here. Maybe there's flowers every now and then. But we'll stop and we'll go across Grey Street here, up to the Catholic Church. So this is not a zebra crossing, so they don't have to stop for you. There's a school crossing down there, which is good to use when school's on, when the crossing supervisor's there. Always good to use. This just gives you a bit of a look and a tour around the area and directions on how to get to places. So if you head to the left, you can get down to Coles there. You follow Grey Street. You can get to the King George Park, Anzac Park as people call it. And so if you go down there, you can get to, if you keep going down, there's a bottle shop, you can get out to the mobile service station, the Metro service station and the Caltex. That way to the showgrounds, yeah, a lot of different places along there. So this is the Catholic Church, the Mother of Good Counsel Catholic Church. So this is still on Rankin Street, the risen part of Rankin Street. Across there you've got Innisfail Accommodation Hub, which used to have a different name, I forget what it was called. Back towards where we just came from. Oh, that was Codge Lodge. Yeah, Codge Lodge. Now it's Innisfail Accommodation Hub. Here we got the Catholic Church. I think there's a bit of information on there. I'll have a quick look. If it's readable, feel free to pause it and have a look. Father Clancy, I've definitely heard of him before, luckily. Okay, so we'll have a look and see what they've got here. Tonight the church is in darkness, remembering Christ's time in the tomb. We gather under the covered area in the front of the parish centre for the ceremony of the light. From there we will process with candlelight into the church, or for us to process by the centre aisle to the altar, and so on. Yeah, you can pause to read that. I like these little touches they've got. All the sandstone, things like that. So we'll just have a quick look on our way past of, like, they got a bit of history there. Nolan's Folly. I think these are fairly new, I've never seen them before. So I might get some photos of them while I'm here. Okay, so we'll have a better look at this particular sign. While we're at it, hopefully it can be readable. Otherwise it'll be available on Innisfail, old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Link will be in the description of the video. It gives you a bit of a look. It's all from the Historical Society. Well, this, and then this little Reverend Clancy and all that. Excellent. It's interesting to show all this history. You never know, one day it may not be here. You just never know the way things are. So there's your service times. Mother of Good Counsel Parish. Just gives you a look. Okay, let's keep going. So normally you just walk down here on the thing. There's their little special area to do with the Catholic Church. And then you've got Good Counsel Primary School to my left. To my right, some like boarding houses and different things. Backpackers Retreat, and that down there with the yellow sign. This is the Good Counsel Primary School. It's good to have a look now because it's a Saturday, no children around, and it's still school holidays. We'll go across and show the St. Albans Anglican Church too. So it's sort of a history showing around, plus the directions to the hospital, to the emergency part of the hospital at least. Just look back so you can see a bit of detail. Back towards the Catholic Church, back towards the Shire Hall in town. Okay. Keep looking at the Catholic Primary School. And you can see across the road where St. Albans Hall used to be. We'll show that in a sec. For people who are here for the history side of it, this is where St. Albans Hall used to be, where that palm tree is. And that overgrown stuff there. And next to it's the rectory. We'll look back towards the Good Counsel Primary School. And back across to that's the Esplanade direction. So we'll keep going along. We might actually go down these stairs here, but if you're walking for directions to the hospital, it's better to just keep going straight along. I'm just trying to show a lot of history stuff as well. To get in these real full-on stairs. There's ones like this further down as well. As you can see the railing there. Not the nicest stairs, but they're there. And that's where the St. Albans Hall used to be. Straight across from where I am now. And you got the church just up ahead that way. So yeah, so this is where the St. Albans Hall used to be. Many ever went in there once, but it was very popular. A lot of people had their wedding receptions in there. So that's back towards the school again. So you can see detail and the church and the Queen's Hotel, and there's down to the river. It's the rectory. We're coming up on the church. So you can go straight down this side of the road too to get to the hospital. We'll also go over and show that A-frame church, the old church there, and Dr. Alamaroof Corner, which was owned by Dr. Tuttle for years. I don't think anyone uses it anymore. But here's your Anglican Church of Australia, Diocese of North Queensland, Ministry Unit of Innisfail and Tully. There you go. Not as much detail as there used to be on that billboard thing, notice board, but I'll have a look, try and get back a bit so we can actually see the whole church in the shot. Wow, oh, part of it's boarded up. It's a beautiful church on the inside. If you ever get a chance to go in it, it's really nice. And you got your bell tower here. Don't know if that ever gets used, but it's all historic. Canon E.P. Stoley. I don't know how you say it. I've heard before, but I forget. Gives you a bit of a look. You can see the bell in there. I don't know if it shows up with the sun. It's what I see in the screen is often a lot darker than what you see when I've edited it. so it's hard to tell. That's an Auburn Anglican church. Doesn't even say that on there anyway now, like it used to. Down towards the Esplanade. So if you go down here, turn a left into Alice Street, you can actually go down to the skate park, across to Valletta's Estate, Innisfail Estate. There's a bridge. You got public toilets just there. And if you go to your right, once you get down the end of the street and head down, there's a fish and chip shop. There's a fish and chip van further down. There's the ambulance, not the ambulance, the old ambulance station. The fire station's down there. Keep going along, and there's like cafes and things, and the RSL down on the Fitzgerald Esplanade. So you find the skate park just there. Okay, so we're going to cross over Alice Street, where we are now. So if you were still walking up that side of the road, you would cross over here, where the centre parking sign is. And now we're just going to have a quick look at this Dr. Alan Maroof corner, where Dr. Tuttle had his surgery for a long time, his medical centre, which is an old house. Have a look, there's a bit of history on there and that. Just interesting to have a look at. And a pigeon. To Dr. Alan Maroof corner. There's a bit of history about him. You can pause to read it. Try and show it as best as possible. Not the easiest thing to show. Listen to Dr. Maroof promote his tea and hear how he first produced Narada tea for sale with that QR code. So scan that QR code. Do you hear that? So as a medical practitioner, surgeon, tea industry pioneer, inventor, philanthropist and show counsellor. Right, there you go. It's interesting, the history. So that goes down to the school as well. To the, if you go up Owen Street, go down this street here, over where those buildings are, and turn left at Owen Street. You'll head up to between the two schools, the Good Counsel College and the primary school. So this is where you'd go to go into the doctor's surgery. This is one way you could go to the medical centre. Still got the signs here, so I'll get a video of the signs while I'm here. Sherwood House Medical Practice. Yes, I've been in there many times. Just interesting to show for history. Hasn't been used in multiple years, as Dr. Tuttle moved to Toowoomba, I think it was, that they told me at the time when they were closing it down. Yeah. That's good to have a look at, just in case it changes over the years. You've got some classic houses along here that are worth looking at. If you're walking along, heading towards the hospital, look to your left, just past the school, the primary school, and you'll see some very well designed houses, old Greek and Italian looking houses. I'm not sure what nationality, but that sort of thing, or Spanish inspired, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to walk down here. So normally you'd go across the road near the centre parking sign there and go on that side of the road to the emergency area. But this is just showing a bit more detail. Yeah, this used to be looked after. Used to be quite nice. But because of it closing down, it's not really looked after at all anymore, I don't think. You used to be able to go up here to go into the medical practice as well, up these stairs. And that. And go in, this was Dr. Tuttle's house here. As far as I know, it was. I'm sure people would be able to correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Okay. So here's the old, I think, Presbyterian, if I remember rightly. This was the Presbyterian church, and it was also A&A Realty for a while there. A-frame letterbox. Well, some internal stairs. I would love to have seen it when it was the church. like what it was like inside. I only saw it from the outside then. Yeah, St. Andrew's Presbyterian Memorial Church, erected. Okay, due to the humidity, the camera overheated, so I don't know how much of that I actually got. Sometimes it saves it, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it fixes it up. But this is your St. Andrew's Presbyterian Memorial Church, erected to the glory of God and in memory of Australian servicemen and women who paid the supreme sacrifice in the service to their country. In service to their country. This memorial tablet was unveiled by Reverend A.L. McKay, B.A.B.D., Moderator, Presbytery of Carpentaria, 4th of November 1961. Excellent. I love all the history of all this. And down there, you can see a little bit inside. Where the stairs go up and everything. Would have been a fascinating place to look at when it was in use, but I don't know if anyone lives in there now, so I'm not going to show too much for privacy reasons. There is a light on in there, so you just never know if it's being used at all. But yeah, full-on design, or often known as the A-frame church. Anyway, so we'll go along, we'll cross over, because this is where you would go to the thing. There's Dr. Tuttle's old place and surgery medical centre. So this is the Innisfail District Hospital. So you go down here for the emergency department if you need to get down here. So basically, you go up to where the Queen's Hotel is, keep walking straight ahead, go across Grace Street. This is the crossing, you'll see the Catholic Church, go up past the Catholic Church on the same side of the road, go all the way up, and you'll end up seeing the hospital. You'll see the A-frame building, the A-frame Presbyterian Church. Cross over there, and you'll find the Innisfail Hospital, Cairns and Hinterland Hospital and Health Services. And where the payphone is right where the entry is to the hospital. So you'd go across, and in here you'll see the sign. If you turn turn right, sorry, and you'll see the emergency. There's a main entrance door there, and that's how you get in. So we'll have a look at the payphone, because they're not payphones anymore, they're just phones. You can make phone calls for free on these, as long as they're within Australia. Just trying to show what it looked like for future generations to see. So there's 119 Rankin Street, they missed out, they put an E on the end. But 119 Rankin Street, Innisfail. And there's your details on how to use the payphone. It's interesting because it might change. I think one day, if they do make another version of the payphone, it may not even have a coin slot or a card slot, which will be interesting to see. But there's your payphone, normal everyday Australian payphone. The stereotypical one, Telstra. Standard call 0. SMS is a 010. Now you can do your text messages for free as well. Wow. There you go. And there's your St. John's Community Care if you need that across the way, and there's also a bus stop. And you can go down here to Emily Street, and there's turn left, and there's your Innisfail State School, Central School, your tennis courts. You turn right at Emily Street and go around. There's a lot of variety of stuff around there, and that's it. So thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive.